everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health, welcoming you to another live edition of the Dr. Glidden Show.tv, where we are having Metaphysical Thursday one day early. Once a week, we devote half of the program to discussing metaphysical issues which are germane to the health and welfare of the human body-mind. Today we have a very, very special guest in the house. Let me bring up her bio and introduce her properly. Her Holiness Kagro Crystal Shu Rinpoche is the lineage holder and spiritual leader of the fifth stage of Black Sect Tantric Buddhism, the designated successor to His Holiness, the late Grand Master Lin Yun, the CEO of Yun Lin Temple, the chairman of the Taipei Lin Yun Foundation, and an adjunct professor at the School of Arts and Letters at San Diego State University. Rinpoche Kagro Crystal is a spiritual teacher, a meditation master, and the leading authority on Black Sect Tantric Buddhism, Feng Shui. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. She's an international speaker. She gives lectures, workshops, spiritual growth, and meditation retreats all across the United States in the last 2 decades. As a matter of fact, she's given lectures to the staff members at the United Nations, New York University, the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute of Harvard Medical School, the University of London, George Mason University, the Taiwanese Canadian Cultural Association, 6 international feng shui conferences all around the world. In 1998, she was recognized and consecrated by His Holiness Lungtok Tenpai Nyama, the supreme leader of Tibetan Bon tradition, and honored with the title of Kagro Rinpoche. Kagro means the highest female position in religion, and Rinpoche means a precious spiritual teacher. Now, to set the stage here, I don't know if you've ever been in a building or a room in somebody's house or in a hotel or in a temple or somewhere in the world, and just by being in that space, something changed for you. There was something noticeably different about your experience of the world. Well, Feng Shui is a scientific method, a scientific/metaphysical method of putting together a physical space in such a way as to increase the benefits of different aspects of your life. It is quite a remarkable tradition. It is quite a remarkable methodology. And I have to tell you, folks, we go by experience here, right? This is the biggest asset that I bring to the world stage, is I speak about stuff of which I have had direct personal experience. And I have had direct personal experience with Feng Shui, and I am, as God is my witness, when Feng Shui principles are properly applied, amazing things start to happen. So without further ado, let me introduce to you one and all Her Holiness Kagro Crystal Shu Rinpoche. Rinpoche, thank you so much for being with me.
Dr. Glidden, I'm so happy to be on the show today.
Well, thank you very, very much for being here. Let me try to bring up your video. We're having trouble with the video feed here. Well, while I'm fooling around with that, attempting to bring up your video here, let's get started. I think getting started at the beginning is a good place to go. So if you could be so kind as to give the listening audience just a general overview of Feng Shui.
Okay. Yeah, Feng Shui, what is the Feng Shui? So let's we take a look at the definition and given by His Holiness, late Grandmaster Lin Yun. He said the Feng Shui is mankind use the knowledge to use the different fields of the knowledge known during his time to build, to create, and to select his living and the working environment, which provides the most suitable condition for his survival. And this, the study of this knowledge is we call Feng Shui. And by this definition, and I further explained what the feng shui is. Feng shui deals with the very close relationship between one's well-being and his living, working environment. The feng shui knowledge studies how to eliminate harmful impacts for one's life and how to optimize one's life by acquiring comfort and happiness from their environment. So feng shui exists in the environment, and just no matter how do we study it and how do we look at them, how do we rectify all the feng shui problems. And also, the other hand, we can utilize feng shui to enhance, optimize our life in different aspects.
It's fascinating stuff. So the principles of feng shui are intended in order to help human beings optimize their potential by taking care of the physical world around them, by setting up their living spaces in such and such a way, by putting different lights in different corners of the building, by perhaps having different colors or different architectural themes in their house in specific rooms, and by setting up the physical world around us in ways which are congruent with feng shui principles, we can therefore have a direct, pragmatic, and often dramatic result on how our life unfolds. It's really quite remarkable stuff. Can you give us examples of health conditions that you have actually seen people recover from using feng shui principles?
Okay, yes. The feng shui deal with, relates to many different aspects of our life. Then if it's for the feng shui part, for the health related, and I would say because we need to have a concept is we call it multiple causation. So anything happens to our life, it could be triggered by many different factors with many different reasons behind it, and the feng shui is one of the factors. It could be one of the very important factors, but not be the only factor to trigger the health problem. So when we talk about the health, then for the illness, it could be caused by genetic reason or caused by physical, physiological, mental, or your lifestyle, the diet, and pollution of the environment. And even from the Buddhist philosophy, and we talk about some of the illness caused by the negative karma from past lives. So there are many different reasons cause the health issues. And feng shui could be one of the reasons, but will not be the only reason. So in that, on that regard, so the treatment for health, for illness, then also multiple solutions. Then, of course, we definitely need to seek for professional medical help, and then maybe second, third opinions, and then maybe alternative medicine, medical advices or methods. And then from our Black Sect Tantric Buddhism, other than all the mundane, logical, professional health methods, and we talk about we can adjust it, or we can use as a complementary method from feng shui adjustment. It could be something wrong with your feng shui, because feng shui definitely, from our theory, is very closely related to our health. And also, we talk about the qi, our vital force, our vital energy inside of us. So we need to uplift the qi of the individual. And we also talk about some so-called transcendental solutions. It may not be very logical, but it works. So we combine many different methods along with mundane professional help to deal with a particular illness. So there's no single solution. Just from feng shui can help or cure the disease, but it could provide a very great deal of help in that regard.
Yeah, I get it. Fascinating stuff. So from your point of view in regarding the principles of feng shui and the existence of feng shui in the world, if somebody is up against a health issue, it's entirely possible that part of the health issue might have something to do with the feng shui in their life. And by altering the feng shui in their life, you can perhaps have a positive effect on somebody's health, a positive effect on somebody's wealth, a positive effect on somebody's relationships, right? There are many different aspects of this. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. What's the difference from the feng shui philosophy between the concept of the bagua and the elements? Can you line up those two distinctions for the listening audience?
Okay, from the feng shui has a very long history, and in Chinese, it's just, I think it's our ancestors' wisdom, thousands of years ago, or to systemize the knowledge. However, feng shui exists when there's a human being, because whenever we have the environment around us, and that feng shui is there. So regardless, you know about feng shui, or you have the knowledge of the feng shui, or you ever studied or believe it or not, but the feng shui impact is there. And when we talk about it, and your question is very good, then what is the bagua and feng shui elements? I give this term, quote unquote, feng shui elements. That means when you go into the house or into a building, where to look? Where's the feng shui? And how do we know? How do we read feng shui? And how do we start? So
that's really good questions, which we will pick up on the other side of the break. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a fascinating conversation. Call everybody in your life and have them tune in and turn on. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health, back with the Rinpoche after these messages. I have to tell you, folks, we have the world's leading expert on feng shui. If this interview piques your curiosity and you're having a little eureka moment of your own and you want to learn more, go to this website that's streaming right now in the video feed, the Feng Shui Certification Program.org, the Feng Shui Certification Program.org. Let's get back with Her Holiness the Rinpoche and talk more about this fascinating subject of feng shui. So, from your position, from the feng shui position, there are many different aspects of the feng shui which exists in the world, whether you believe in it or not, sort of like gravity, right? Gravity exists whether you believe in it or not. Mathematics exists whether you believe in it or not, and so it is with feng shui. And if we study the feng shui and learn about the feng shui, we can manipulate the feng shui in life in order to create a better outcome. Am I more or less on the right track here?
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
All right. Very, very good. So let's talk more about it. So, let's talk about the bagua and the elements as they relate to feng shui theory and feng shui philosophy.
Okay. And bagua is just one of the feng shui elements. And from the Black Tantric Buddhism, feng shui principles, and we identify probably around 60 different feng shui elements. And those can be characterized into two big categories, would be visible elements and invisible elements. And visible elements is what you can see from your naked eye. Invisible elements is something in our space we don't see, but they do affect us from the feng shui perspective. So talk about the visible elements, then we talk about chi of the land, shape of the lot, terrain of the lot. We talk about shape of the house, floor plan, and also various interior elements as well as exterior elements. I think you will have a question about those later. And then for the invisible elements, and we talk about how to reinforce the cures through our visualization, and how can we uplift the chi of a place, of the house, of the or the family members, individuals, because the feng shui, our feng shui theory is around another theory, which is the core of the feng shui. We talk about it, we call it as the chi, C-H-I, and that is exists in our environment and exists in our physical body. And if the chi is low or weak or affect our health, affect our luck, and some of the bad chi, bad luck in the face, and how can we eliminate them? And we can, instead replacing with auspicious good luck chi, if the chi is low in a place, in a house, how can we uplift it? And we have the various methods, and those we call invisible elements. And also invisible elements include the predecessor chi, the history of the house, history of the building, and even the office. And the predecessor chi left over would affect the successor as well. And then, of course, we apply some yin-yang philosophy, and we look at the whole formation, facade of the house building. And that's all are invisible because you don't see, but we can adjust it. So feng shui does affect all different aspects of the life. But again, I always tell my students, and feng shui is one of the important factors affect our life and can also be enhanced to optimize the overall well-being, but not the only factor. We still have to do a lot of mundane efforts for our life.
We get it, Rinpoche. It's another hard commercial break from God's lips to your ears, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about the stuff you didn't know. It's live right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. Welcome to another live edition of the Dr. Glidden Show.tv. Today's special guest, the Rinpoche Kadro Crystal, who is the world's leading expert of feng shui. And I don't know if you've ever had the experience, folks. If you've been driving down a street, you pass a house, and you just get the creeps. You just get a funny feeling from it. Or you go into a restaurant, and as soon as you walk through the front door, you just know that this place just ain't right. Well, this has to do with feng shui. And feng shui argues that there are things that you can do to your physical environment, both inside the dwelling and outside the dwelling, in order to increase different aspects of your life, to increase your relationship status, to increase your health, to increase your wealth, to increase your experience of helpful people in the world, and so forth and so on. It is a fascinating metaphysical science, a fascinating metaphysical science that I wholeheartedly encourage you to get more information on if you feel so inclined, and perhaps the best place to go for more information, Feng Shui Certification Program.org, Feng Shui Certification Program.org. Let's get back now. We have 12 minutes left. This is the longest segment of the radio program, so let's get back with Her Holiness the Rinpoche. Okay, so we've got feng shui elements inside the house and feng shui elements outside the house. Give us a pragmatic example. Right now, we understand that in order for people to really get a handle on this, they need to be trained in this. And this is not a fly-by-night thing that people can learn, in 20 minutes on the internet. We all understand that. But could you give the listening audience a pragmatic example of just one or two things that they could do inside their own dwellings in order to help optimize the feng shui in their life? Is such a thing possible?
Well, yes. I think in general, For the interior factors, we talk about the interior elements. We talk about the position of the bed and position of the desk, and we talk about like stove situations, or there's the beams, the pillars, and then also for the pointed angles, right angles, and exterior factors relates to all the surroundings of the house, including the detached structures and also the colors and any pointed roof or roof ridges from your neighbor in the road, street.
So these right, I get it. So what would be perhaps something that someone could do inside the entryway of their house in order to increase their feng shui?
Okay, it really depends on the various situations. I think in general would help everybody, because even the entryway, then we have to, some people from the beginning, and the entryway has something wrong with some feng shui problems. So then the solutions really depends on the different situations. And I would suggest that people would hang wind chime, very brass made wind chime, and has a very crisp, clear sound, and hang that in front of the stove. That's where the cook the position is, and hang down from the ceiling. And that is very powerful feng shui solution to enhance the whole family look, enhance the career, enhance the harmony, the family harmonious relationship.
Fascinating stuff. Excuse me. Fascinating stuff, ladies and gentlemen, the study of feng shui and how it can positively, or if not taken into consideration, have negative effects on your life that you were completely unaware of. So, for training, right, if somebody's interested in feng shui and they really want to learn more, then what would you recommend as a simple step for someone to take? So what can you tell us about getting more training, more information, and understanding the basics of feng shui?
Mm-hmm. Well, I do offer feng shui 2-year His Holiness Grandmaster Lin Ying Feng Shui Certification Program, because His Holiness Grandmaster Lin Ying, who is one brought feng shui introduced to the West, and because of his incessant efforts lecturing and teaching classes, so he made the feng shui known and popular to the Western world. I would say probably 80% of the feng shui practitioners all practice our Black Second Century Buddhism feng shui principles. So I do offer the 2-year feng shui certification program, and the curriculum is very systematic than ever before, and I wanted to teach students step by step to understand all of the feng shui elements, principles, and solutions.
Fascinating. And yeah, where does someone go to secure that training?
They can go to our website to look all the introductions, or they can call my office. Our nonprofit organization, Yunlin Temple, in Berkeley, YUNLINTEMPLE. Our phone number is 510-841-2347, or email to us, yunlintemple.org. YunlinTemple.org. It's streaming net live on the video. YUNLINTEMPLE.org. If you would like more information in this fascinating subject
of feng shui. So I'm really interested in this, and I've had direct personal experience of optimizing feng shui in my house and in my office. And when we had a feng shui consultation in the house, for the house, we had a comprehensive feng shui consultation that took care of, a lot of the entire house, and not only the house that we live in, but also the lot on which the house is situated. Yeah. And when we dialed in a feng shui diagnosis, for lack of a better word, and then a feng shui treatment, remarkable things started to happen in the area of career, and this was one of the things that we were focused on. I really think it's just such a fascinating subject, such a fascinating overlooked field of endeavor. Can you give us examples of things that you have seen change in your students' lives when they've implemented feng shui?
Yes, lots. I mean, because not only my students, but I see a lot of friends in my past 30 years, learning with His Holiness Professor Lin, and also my consultation. And for example, I should say first, whatever the rectification or the enhancements we apply, it all works. And for example, the students adjust their office desk or home desk, and they find a job, or they have a problem with afraid of being laid off pretty soon, and they adjust the feng shui, and they are able to stay. And they have a hard time in the office career, and they adjust the feng shui. They are able to go through the tough time. I mean, it's just thousands examples. Whatever you name it, and then we all can pretty much resolve it from feng shui adjustments, and along with some other transcendental, we call it some transcendental cures. And a lot of friends, they like to looking for the right person in a relationship, and they do the feng shui adjustments. They're able to find the right person, and they want to conceive the baby, and they once they do the cure, and they are able to conceive the baby. And one of my friends, she has a habitual miscarriage for 6-7 times, and of course the feng shui has some problems, like I said, the predecessor problem, and also the remodeling problem and skylight problem. So I advise them of the feng shui adjustments, and as well as some other solutions. And she's able to have a baby last year.
It's quite remarkable, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're having trouble with your career, if you feel like you're stuck somewhere, if you're having trouble with your relationship, if you want to be in a relationship and you're not, or if something is going wrong in it, or if you have a problem with your boss, or if you just got fired, or if you're looking for work, whatever it is, whatever obstacle that you're up against in your life, you can help yourself to get on the other side of it. The same way that we recommend people look towards their diet and make sure that they have the proper nutrition, make sure they have all of the raw materials present in the body in order to let the body just take care of itself the way that nature and God intended it to. You can produce the same type of positive effects in your life, in areas of your life where you seem to be stagnant or stuck, by dealing with and taking care of the feng shui in your life. Now, what's the best way to do that? Well, you hire a certified feng shui practitioner, and or, if you feel so inclined, educate yourself about feng shui. So, Rinpoche, if somebody wanted to do a feng shui assessment of their life, how would they go about doing that, and where does a person go to find a feng shui practitioner that's really legitimate and that really knows what they're talking about? How do we access that type of individual?
Well, they can. I would advise they can contact me and Tempo. They can email me and tell me about their problems, and or seek a consultation from me, because it involves so the life issues, the life tough difficulties. So some of the issues may be quite very serious. I'm not sure about some other consultants or any of my students. Do they have sufficient knowledge to provide advice or give the correct diagnosis or prescription? So I'd rather to take a look or deal with people's problems to understand what it exactly is, and I'm able to give them the right advice what to do.
Fantastic stuff, folks. Stay tuned. We're finishing up the first hour with the Rinpoche when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Glidden finishing up the first hour of today's program with Her Holiness the Rinpoche Kadro Crystal. If you would like a personal consultation, a feng shui consultation of your own, which I highly recommend, yunlintemple.org. We have the URL up on the live video feed. That's YUNLIN temple.org. Rinpoche, there's also, interestingly enough, a school of feng shui here in Chicago. I believe their website, the Feng Shui School of Chicago.com, the Feng Shui School of Chicago.com. Are you affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form?
No, I'm not familiar with them, but I think the teacher, Laurie Polly, is one of our students. But I think what she teaches is just partial of our principles, not very complete, thorough. But whatever our feng shui principles and solutions, even partial, is powerful enough. Like a lot of students only apply Ba Gua. Ba Gua is the tool to identify the corners of the house or the building with the representations of our life. Even for some of the adjustments or enhancements there will bring a very miraculous effect. However, the feng shui, our life is a big complexity and very involves a lot of complications. So I still would advise if want to be a very professional feng shui consultant, should learn more thorough feng shui knowledge, because any of the 60 feng shui elements matters. So, and all of them relate to all our luck and our health and some of the different aspects of our life. So that's why I implement this 2-year certification program. I like anyone who's interested to advance or deepen their feng shui knowledge to learn this feng shui, Black Sectarian Buddhism feng shui correctly and thoroughly and in a very systematic way, and then equip yourself to be a very confident and qualified student and won't miss any part of the feng shui. Because if we don't do the thorough feng shui and any part of it, you don't see it, and then that could be the one trigger the problem to our life. So that is my opinion.
Yeah, I get. We see the same thing in holistic medicine. I mean, I can't tell you how many partial theories there are which exist in the wonderful world of holistic medicine in the world. And my position.
Yes.
A little bit of holistic medicine is better than no holistic medicine.
Yeah.
However, it's always best to get as much expertise as you possibly can when you are attempting to generate a solution, especially with the holistic method and or anything involving the metaphysical zone, feng shui specifically in the context of this conversation. The Feng Shui Certification Program.org, ladies and gentlemen, Feng Shui Certification Program.org and or Yunlin Temple, YUNLINTEMPLE.org. You can see both of these on the live video stream. Rinpoche, I wish we had an entire week to discuss the different aspects of feng shui with you. It's an extremely complicated subject, but once mastered and applied, produces remarkable results. I have to tell you, folks, check feng shui out. It will produce remarkable results in your life when it is properly applied. Rinpoche, thank you so very much for your time. I look forward to bringing you back on the program in the future. Again, thank you so very much for everything that you do.
Sure. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. Check out the website, yunlintemple.org, yunlintemple.org. And I will look forward to seeing you when we're taking live phone calls in the second hour. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health. Stick around. More to come. The second hour of today's program. Apologies for the problems that we had on the last half of that last hour. We will rectify that in the future and get the Rinpoche back so she can tell us more about the fascinating subject of feng shui and all of the possibilities which are present when feng shui is addressed and properly applied in somebody's life. I'm going to leave up the URL for the Rinpoche's Feng Shui certification program. It's right here if you're watching the live video stream. Feng Shui certification program.org. Feng Shui certification program.org. Let's get right to the phones. They are ringing off the hook. Let's go to Marilyn in Arizona and see what's up. Hey, Marilyn, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. I had talked to you last week and want to thank you for taking my call again. But I gave you my heart history last week, 2 ablations, and I've been on Multec and Coumadin for AFib for 4 years.
Yeah.
My question is, my INR is going down every week for the last 3 weeks. I talked to you last week, and you said to double my EFA and the glucogel. Shouldn't I be taking less Coumadin now? But I had to increase it because it was too thick. It's below my between 2 and 3.
So right. So the recommendation here is, right, when you're on any prescription medication, well, most prescription medications, the recommendation is you maintain the therapeutic program with the prescription medication. You change your diet, you add the nutritional supplements into the bargain, and then you continue to go back to your MD to get your blood work checked. And when your numbers start to come around, start to improve, it's the MD's job to reduce the prescription medications appropriately. It's the MD's job to reduce the prescription medications appropriately. So you just need
Doc,
to...
It has. I thought I would be taking less Coumadin since I was on this for 4 weeks.
Well, you haven't given it enough time. There's only 2 circumstances under which medical nutrition doesn't work, and this is kind of a tricky thing to understand and to kind of get used to. It's a tricky thing to understand and get used to, because in this culture we're so used to fast response from a prescription medication, right? It's a fast culture. It's a fast everything, right? Fast food, fast internet, fast everything, right? We're used to having immediate results, but with prescription medications, of course, they're able to produce immediate results because they're not curative, they're suppressive. And so with a properly applied medical nutrition program, the recommendation is you can't judge the effectiveness of the program up or down until you've been on the program for 3 months, 12 weeks, 90 days. 90 days is the recommendation. Now, that's one thing, right? We need to give the program enough time. The second thing is we need to be sure we're taking the right amounts of the right stuff And the third thing is we need to be sure that we're optimizing the absorption of the stuff. And how do we optimize the absorption of the stuff? Well, we optimize the absorption of the stuff with eliminating the 10 bad foods. So have you done that? I'm assuming that you've done that, right?
Yes, I certainly have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I told you what to do the last time you called in as far as increasing the dose of everything. So all that you need to do, Marilyn, is just maintain the discipline here. And, let's not overlook the obvious. Make sure you're drinking enough water every day because that's also necessary.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right. But just give the program more time and the blood numbers will eventually come around. While we're having the conversation, have there been any positive results that you've seen, any positive results anywhere in your body, mind in 4 weeks?
Yes, the main thing I'm happy for is I've lost some weight, but I do have a lot of energy. I can tell, I have a lot of positive things, but it was just, since increasing the fatty acids and the other, I thought, boy, this Coumadin, I was hoping I could take less, but we went the wrong direction.
Well, you'll be able to take less, and it's also possible that they screwed up the lab work. That's entirely possible that they got the numbers wrong.
Well, I do my INR here myself.
Did you double-check it?
Yes.
And it was the same high number?
Right. It was still low, 1.7. I was supposed to be between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, well, look, the only thing to do here is just maintain the discipline. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Eventually, you're going to wake up one day. It might be tomorrow, might be 3 weeks from now, might be, 11 weeks from now. I don't know. You're going to wake up and the INRs are going to start to, accelerate beyond the normal zone. And your blood's going to become too thin. And it's going to happen all of a sudden. It's going to seem like.
Really? Oh, well, great.
So
I just thought I was going the wrong direction, and
no, you just need more time. We need more time, right? You wouldn't plant a tomato on Monday and expect to be eating a tomato in 14 days, right? So,
well, that's true. But I had been on the digestive first, and then I talked to you last week, and you had me on the Healthy Body Start, and I thought perhaps I should be on the heart and brain, or is there anything you've tweaked?
No. How much do you weigh?
Okay.
How much do you weigh?
In low 140s.
All right, so it would be prudent for you to take a minimum of 9 EFAs a day. 9 EFAs a day.
Right. Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
All right. Well, if you want to push the envelope, you can accelerate that to 12 a day. Do 4, 4, and 4 instead of 3, 3, and 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I am doing. 4,
4, and 4? Yeah.
Right.
So then that's perfect for you. You don't need to do any more than that. Just give the program more time. Relax. Have a pina colada. Relax. Life is going to be. I wish.
And the glucogel is 12 daily also.
That's correct. That's a good place for you to be, Marilyn. Yeah, so just hang out with the program. Give us a call back in about a month with another report, and I will look forward to it. Dennis in Colorado is up next. Hey, Dennis, thanks for the call. You are live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're coming in loud and clear, brother.
Okay. I called in and talked with you about 2 weeks ago, and I'm on a holistic approach to my dizziness with the MS that I have.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the 90 for Life brain and heart pack, and what my problems are, I'm dizzy all the time, whether I'm sitting or standing. So I can't walk because I'm afraid I'm going to fall over. I do use a walker, and I'm trying to go to the next step or figure out what to do next.
Yeah. So what, if anything, when you get dizzy, does it appear to you like you're on a boat and it's moving from side to side or up and down, or does it feel like things are spinning in a circle, or how does it show up specifically?
It would be the side-to-side stuff, because I will get the feeling of falling forward or to my left or to my right, or if I stand up quick, I may want to fall backwards. So it's left or right as opposed to spinning around.
And does anything take the edge off of the vertigo? lying down on your back, lying down on your stomach, being outside, being inside, being really hot, being really cold? Does anything take the edge off of it?
Mostly just sitting down and stabilizing myself, putting my arms on the chair so that I don't fall one way or the other.
Yeah, and does the vertigo in your life tend to show up more at any time of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, or night, or is it specifically related to when you're moving your body?
When I'm moving, it's all the time during the day.
And to what do you attribute its appearance in your life? What was going on when the vertigo started showing up?
Nothing really. This whole process of the MS has been 2 years, 3 years. I was diagnosed in 2011, and I've been on the 90 for Life stuff for over a year now, and I'm going to say I've gotten worse probably since about June, and that's when I got the vertigo that I notice it more now when I walk. And I was able to walk pretty much for the last year with a walker, but now it's come down to the point where I get dizzy spells or the vertigo, whatever you want to call it, when I walk, and I get tired.
Yeah, you get tired very easily, right? Well, I would too.
Right.
Yeah. And what does the vertigo ever happen or occur to you when you're lying down in bed at night?
No. That I can say for sure is not the case.
That's not at play at all, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So stick with me on the other side of the break that's coming up right now, a hard commercial break. I'm going to give you advice about what we can do with the homeopathic remedy in order to attempt to help you get over this. It's kind of a hit or miss thing. But for cases like this, I've found that properly applied homeopathic treatment can often work wonders. Very inexpensive treatment, homeopathic medicine. It's worth taking a look at. It's worth taking a shot. So stick with me, Dennis. I'll bring you back as soon as we come back. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Glidden here, working out our technical difficulties. More to come. Stick around. We're talking to Dennis from Colorado, who's having a hard time with vertigo relative to multiple sclerosis. Now, Dennis, I'm assuming you've eliminated all 10 bad foods, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And how are you getting cholesterol into your body? How are you doing that?
Okay, I'm taking this month or last week, I pretty much averaged at least 6 eggs a day, and I'm mixing up smoothie. So I'm eating the eggs raw in a smoothie with heavy cream.
Okay.
Talked with Dr. Wallach several months ago.
Okay, good. Now, besides the dizziness, which has increased and gotten more pronounced, since you've been doing our stuff, has anything improved? Has anything gotten better? Have you experienced any remarkable positive change anywhere?
And I'm thinking over the last year, I'm going to say probably not. I have watched my weight has come down a little bit, and it has started to go back up. My blood pressure has come down a little bit. I'm in the 130s over 70s or 80s, and those are the things that you can measure, so I measured those.
Okay, and how much do you weigh, Dennis?
I'm about 180.
And how many scoops of Beyond Tangy are you taking a day?
I'm doing 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, or actually I put 2 in a bottle and I'll take that in the morning, and then sometime in the afternoon I'll have the other 2.
Great. And what about the EFAs, the fish oil caps?
Okay, I was doing the the blue ones, I'm doing 4 of those during the day, or 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon.
Yep.
And the EFA, are they the pluses, the yellow ones? I'm doing 4 of those as well, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon.
Yep. Okay, so what I'd like you to do for the next 4 weeks is increase that to 12 a day. 12 a day.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't care how you do that, and I don't care which ones you do, but I'd like you to do 12 a day of the EFAs. What about selenium? How many of that are you doing? How many of those?
I'm doing 12 of those a day.
All right, that's fantastic. And what do you do for, do you do the plant-derived minerals as a standalone thing? Extra plant-derived minerals at all?
No. I'm just doing the BTT.
Okay. All right. So as an experiment, please, for 4 weeks, again, 4 weeks in a row, please get 2 bottles of the plant-derived minerals, or the cherry mins, either one. You can do whichever one tastes better. Plant-derived minerals mixes quite nicely with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And put 1 ounce, please, of the plant-derived minerals in each serving of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine that you make. So 1 ounce in the morning's dose and 1 ounce in the afternoon's dose. 2 ounces of plant-derived minerals a day, up the EFAs to 12 a day. And I'd like you to secure this homeopathic medicine. Have you ever taken homeopathic medicine before?
No, I just started this here, it would be a month ago, with the Nux
Vomica? Yeah.
And
okay.
I did that for 2 weeks or whatever, and then we switched over to the picric acid.
And since you did the picric acid, there's been no change at all in the vertigo?
No.
All right. So 3 strikes and I'm out. We're going to do 1 more homeopathic. We're going to attempt 1 more. It's called phosphorus. You spell that Phos, like Sam, Phorous, phosphorus, the element phosphorus. Please get this in the 1M strength. Phosphorus in the 1M strength. You can get that at smallflower.com, or call 800-276-4223. Please take 2 pellets orally of the phosphorus 1M for 14 days in a row. 2 pellets orally of the phosphorus 1M once a day for 14 days in a row, and then call me back. In the meantime, increase the EFAs, increase the plant-derived minerals. Please keep your fingers crossed. And, we're going to see whether or not we can get you a little bit more in the world of no vertigo. Because I got to tell you something, that is a symptom which is very, very difficult to deal with. I appreciate your trust, Dennis. Give this a try and call me back in 2 weeks. I will look forward to it. Pennsylvania's next, folks. Let's go to California and talk to Earl. Hey, Earl, thanks for the call. Thanks for waiting. You are live.
Hello, Dr. Glidden. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, Earl. God willing, I'll get better. What's happening?
Well, doctor, I have a bad case of side effects from my glyburide medicine, diabetes.
Oh, your side effects from glyburide? Yeah, that happens frequently.
Well, mine showed up in my ankles, swollen.
Yeah.
And the vision, my vision is blurry. It's gotten better since I've been taking the longevity, but my vision's still jacked up.
Okay.
My question is, what can I do to correct my vision? I'm primarily concerned about that.
Well, this is all knit together, right? In order to correct your vision, we have to optimize your body's ability to, deal with its blood sugar issue, right? Because unless we get that fixed. So
I'm doing that now. I'm taking longevity now.
All right. So here's the deal, right? How long have you been doing longevity?
This is my 2nd month.
Okay, great. And how much do you weigh?
About 250.
And how much of the sweeties are you taking every day, the sweeties?
3 per meal, which is what? 3 times 3, 9 per day.
All right. I'd like you to do 12 a day between meals, if you can handle that. I'd like you to do 12 a day between meals, okay?
Yeah.
Are you doing any plant-derived minerals as a standalone product, plant-derived minerals?
Yes, I've taken some with my last order. I ordered
Okay.
a bottle of that, which I'm taking an ounce of that every day.
Okay, great. So I'd like you to take half an ounce of that twice a day.
Half an ounce, okay.
I also want you to do that between meals, and I want you to take that when you take the sweeties, okay?
Now repeat that, the half
Yeah,
ounce,
so-
how often?
Yeah, twice a day.
Twice a day, okay.
Yeah, with the sweeties, right? So you're going to be doing the sweeties 3 times a day, but 2 of those times, I want you to take a half an ounce of the plant-derived minerals and spread those out, like 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Now, how many of the EFAs are you taking?
9 per day.
All right, that's perfect. I want you to do those with a meal. I want you to do
I do
those
that,
with
yeah.
a meal, all right?
Right, right.
Okay, now, there's a brand new product that Youngevity has. It's called the Suero Cleanse, Suero, Suero.
Uh-huh.
I want you to get 3 bottles, please, of the Suero Gold. 3 bottles of the Suero Gold.
Gold, okay.
Yep. And on one day, I don't want you to eat any food at all. I want you to continue to take your nutritional supplements. And I want you to do 1 bottle of the Suero Gold 3 times that day. Drink that instead of eating food 3 times a day. Just for one day.
Right.
And look to see what happens to your ankles and just your general overall state of well-being. The only way that we can help the eyes here is by helping your body to get better with the blood sugar faster. Okay? Now,
Okay.
there is one other thing that you can do. Well, selenium, of course. You're taking selenium, right?
No, haven't taken that yet.
Oh, all right. So that's the next thing to add on to give your eyes, an extra leg up, so to speak. And at your body weight, if you can swing it, it would be 4 bottles of sweeties a month. That would also be 12 a day, taken between meals with the sweeties. So do the sweeties, the selenium, and the plant-derived minerals between meals. I'd like you to do 12 selenium, and that's a good prescription in order to support and promote eye function, that will also go a long way towards helping your body get optimize its blood sugar levels faster, better, and stronger. And I'm assuming, of course, Earl, that you've eliminated the 10 bad foods, right?
I have, just a half.
All right. So plant minerals, selenium, sweeties, and do the Suero, 3 bottles of that just for one day only. No food on that day, but continue to take your supplements.
So the Suero, I take all 3 bottles in one day?
Yeah, so, for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, right?
Okay, I got you. All right.
Yeah, but no food that day. No food.
No food, okay.
If you're like jonesing for something, you can have a handful of mixed salted nuts or a banana. Do you eat fruit?
Yeah.
Given your diabetic situation, yeah.
Yes.
So if you're really just hankering for something on the day that you're doing the Suero, you have a banana to kind of curb your appetite. I don't care if you have 1 banana 3 times a day. Honestly, I don't think you're going to need it when you do the Suero stuff. That'll be an interesting experiment for you. And after you've dialed that in and done that, and you've increased the selenium and the sweeties for, a couple of weeks, call me back with a report. I will look forward to it. Does that sound good?
Yes, one question.
Yeah.
When will a recording of this call or this show be aired?
Okay, that's a good question. GCN Live, the Genesis Communication Network, is the radio station that broadcasts this program to the world, and you can listen to an archived podcast of the radio program immediately after it airs by going to GCN Live and looking for my program, Fire Your MD. Now, my video team edits the live video stream and couples it with the audio. And about 3 to 5 business days, from 3 to 5 business days after the live show airs, you can have access to both the audio and the video on my website. It takes us 3, 4, 5 days to edit that and put everything together so it looks good. So you can watch the video stream 3 to 5 days after on my website, drglidden.com, or you can listen to it immediately at gcnlive.com. Check it out, Earl. I appreciate your patience. You are the greatest. Looks like we have a number of other people in the chute for the call-ins, but I can't see any of their names. So it looks like we have Beatrice up. I'm going to bring her in first. Hello, Beatrice. You are live. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Glidden. I'm so happy to talk to you today.
Well, I'm so happy you found your way to call me back. Thanks so much. What's going on?
You remember me?
Oh, how could I forget you?
Oh, my God. Yes, I'm so happy with you. You know, have a question.
Well, I hope I have an answer. I'm sitting down and I have my seatbelt fastened, so let's go.
You always have an answer for everybody. You remember I told you, I will start to take the supplements 4 months ago. I'm so happy. I'm having big results. Yeah. But I have a little issue about my bones. I went to the doctor. I told you I didn't went back to the doctor anymore, but he told me my calcium level was high, 3 times high the normal level. And my bones was hurting me, but went better. Now I went back to a little bit, but I don't know why. I'm thinking, do I maybe have to add more Caltari or something?
Well, I'm confused. So you were on the program and you were getting great results, and then you went back to your medical doctor. He did blood work. And when was that, and what did he tell you?
No. Okay, I went to the doctor. I had problems with my kidney, and my back, and my health, a lot of problems with me. And then I started with the program. 3 months, 2 months later, I get better. But I went back to the doctor. They checked my results. My kidneys were function perfect. I went better, but he found my calcium level was high.
And how long ago was that?
That was like 2 months ago. I didn't went back. The reason why I'm telling you today is because I feel the doctor didn't find any arthritis or any problems with my bones, but I feeling pain in my bones.
For how long?
I was better. Like when I started the program, I went better, but like a month ago, I'm start to feel a little the pain again. It's not like I'm not the same like I was in the beginning. I'm telling you, I'm a lot better. I'm not the same, but I'm still feeling a little pain. No, it's like something like it's hurting me like a crazy. But I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor, and I want to be a good. And let me tell you, doctor, I'm so happy because I'm start to take the supplements, and now I'm selling the supplements not because I want to sell it. It's because when I tell the people and the people see my results in the church, they want to buy it. I'm getting money more from Youngevity. I want to tell you, I'm so happy, and I want to tell everybody, Youngevity. I'm doing nothing, and I'm getting like $500 right now a month to doing nothing.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And this is why we always say, and it's accurate. I mean, it sounds like a hokey, but it's accurate. But Youngevity will pay people to do what they would normally do for free, right? Because if you have a big health concern, and you've been having a big health concern for a long time, and you're going down the tubes, and then you try Youngevity and you have a remarkable positive experience, you're going to tell everybody in your life about that.
I just tell the people, and the people buy, and they try it, and they get results. Right now, I'm doing nothing. I'm getting $500, and I'm not doing nothing. I just order for them the product, and yeah, it's so crazy. I'm so happy. I want to do a little conference in my church about this. You got to help me how I got to do this.
Well, you can lean on your upline, and they'll tell you how to do that. I'll help you to the ability that I'm able to. I'll tell you how to do that when we come back from the other side of this break, and I'll also tell you what to do to help this new bone stuff, this, recurrence of the old symptom, help to shoo it right out the door. It's just a simple tweak, Beatrice. So glad that you found your way back here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, so much more to come. Stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing up today's show with Beatrice, who's dealing with the return of an old symptom. So, Beatrice, the bone problem that has returned, is it in the same part of your body that it was before?
Yes, but it's not the same amount. It's less pain, doctor. It's like in my arms. Like when I'm taking my cell phone and I'm bending my arm and I put it back, my elbow, my elbow, and it's not the same high, but it's still hurting me,
Okay, now the first thing to think about when something like this happens, like, you get the return of an old symptom after you've been really doing good and a lot of things are improving, and then all of a sudden something sneaks back. The first thing to consider is, whether or not you injured it, like maybe you slept on it incorrectly or you lifted something too heavy, or has there been any type of physical trauma to that part of your body?
No. Actually, I told you last time I have a kidney disease, but I'm okay with that now. I had in my back pain. I'm absolutely fine. The only concern now is about the calcium. The doctor said I have 3 times, my calcium higher 3 times at the normal level.
Yeah. Well, you don't listen to a doctor's advice about medical nutrition, about anything. Mm-hmm. Honest to God. And I'm not saying this because we have an axe to grind. It's because they have just this crazy understanding of the way that the body works. They don't get it. They don't. It's kind of like
I know.
Right?
Because
they go outside and they look at the sun move across the sky. It rises in the east and sets in the west, and then they say, "Well, the sun goes around the earth." Well, no, it doesn't.
And a doctor, another question. I don't know if I have time because I have another question about a lady who is breaking my heart. She go to my church and she have a hydronephrosis. But another question about me. I have fibromes in my uterus. It's in my uterus.
Yeah, uterus, fibroids in your uterus. So you want to watch the webinar that I did, Beatrice, on that. You want to watch the webinar that I did. We believe that uterine fibroids are caused by oxidative damage to the uterus.
I'm taking a lot of antioxidants, but my question, because the doctor say I have to do a surgery, do you recommend me to weigh a little bit more with the supplement?
No. Of course the doctor says you have to have surgery. It's, because that's all that they know. This is a non-life-threatening condition, right? So you avoid surgery like the plague. You do not need it. You just maintain the discipline here. One thing that can help you a lot is you should be doing Immortalium. I'm
doing 3 bottles a month. Okay,
that's great. And you need to count your ORAC score to make sure that you have 100,000 ORAC a day, 100,000 ORAC a day. I don't care how you do that. With supplements and green tea or whatever, it has to be 100,000. You need to maintain discipline.
I'm taking Cirradico, I'm taking Immortalium, I'm taking the Sergel.
Well, now do the count. Count it up. I don't care what you're taking. You need to have 100,000 a day. 100,000. I don't care how you do that.
If I'm increase the Immortalium, like I'm taking 4 a day, do I can take like 6 a day?
Yeah, you can do no problem. You can do 9 a day if you want, or 12 a day.
Okay. Because I want to increase the antioxidant, because I need to go to the 1,000.
Okay, so here's what I want to tell you about your arm pain, okay?
Okay.
The first thing you want to consider is that you hurt it while you didn't hurt it. The second thing to consider is that you've been sneaking in one of the 10 bad foods again, like you're getting wheat, barley, rye, or oats back into your body. None of that's happening, right?
No.
Okay, so how much glucogel are you taking every day?
3 ounces a day.
All right, so here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to switch, please, from the liquid glucogel to glucogel capsules. And how much do you weigh?
130.
All right, so I want you to take 12 glucogel capsules a day. 12 glucogel capsules, no longer liquid. You can finish the liquid up or give it away. I want you to switch to the glucogel capsules, 12 a day, and do not worry about the calcium. Maintain the dose that you currently have with the calcium. You need at least 2 ounces of the liquid calcium a day at least 2 ounces of the liquid calcium a day, and 12 of the glucogel capsules. Switch it up from the liquid to the capsules. I'm sure that's going to produce a nice positive change.
What about the Caltari, do you think?
Yeah, so what you can do is 1 bottle of Caltati a month and 1 bottle of Beyond OsteoFX a month. Mix them up, and life is good. We're all out of time, ladies and gentlemen. God willing, and the creek don't rise. See you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad station. Until then, live long and prosper. Dr. Glidden over and out.